To start with, I think it's useful to remind that data per se is, I think, meaningless if it is acquired without any purpose. It is essential that the data is acquired with a purpose. Not doing so would be like accumulating money on a desert island, not very useful. Data feeds our comprehension of our understanding of the world that surrounds us. It feeds the model that you create to understand that world and all the mechanisms that rule it. Traditionally, data was acquired for a very specific purpose, to fill a gap in a map or to test a very specific hypothesis. Now, with the growing complexity of our understanding of the models that we create, it is not possible anymore for an individual or for a group of individuals to acquire all the data that is needed. Likewise, it is not anymore sustainable to acquire data for a unique purpose in a kind of produce, use, and throw approach. So this is why it is absolutely essential that we all work together to acquire data the most meaningful way. And that is, of course, especially true for the oceans, where all their dimensions, the climate, the currents, the bathygraphy, the pollutions, the ecosystems, and the industrial exploitation of the resources of the oceans are also intimately intertwined. Also, the fast development of big data and of artificial intelligence allows for new application and use data that we actually might not even think about today. And this is why we absolutely need to break what I would call data silos, so data that are produced by specific communities, and make sure that data from these different communities can be brought together and worked on. And that is actually exactly what the Blue Cloud project that you will hear a bit more after by Sarah is working on. And this is what they are working on that at European level. And we would like to bring that now at global level, starting from the Atlantic and from this workshop, to pave the way to global Blue Cloud, or in other words, a digital twin of the oceans. And you will hear also. So that is about my end of my little introduction. I hope that you won't see in that workshop a simple warm-up session for the next 2 days. They will be very intense, but I certainly have very high expectation about this workshop, and so has my commissioner, Maria Gabriel. She might say a few words about that tomorrow, so be aware. And we are certainly very keen to hear at the end of the workshop about your recommendation and the short and long-term actions that need to be made in all the different roundtables that we have established for the workshop. And in particular, I would be very keen to hear about these very short-term actions where we could leverage on existing projects and initiatives, where we can bring together activities that are currently running and do something which is of common interest. So with that, I wish you an excellent workshop, and I pass the floor to Sarah. Thank you.